Going to Europe is a bucket list vacation for a lot of you, but the 9-hour flight and preparing for this trip can be a nightmare unless you have a system. After 23.99 years of having to pack and carry on luggage, I've narrowed down my departure routines into 7 essential steps. These are the things at home that I can do for the trip for safety, the Europe-specific travel gear that I need, and my airplane seat setup. In the paragraph below, I have a free printable that you don't necessarily need for the video, but you're going to want to fill out what I need or what do I need to do for this tip. And I have 7 tips for you. You can download or print it now, but you will want to use it later before your trip to Europe. Travel tip number 1 is before you leave. I take a photo of the barcode that's inside the back cover of my passport. The reason I do that is because if your passport gets lost while abroad, I have the code to show the employees in the US Embassy or consulate of that foreign country. They have machinery that can read my personal information just from that barcode on my passport. But there is more personal information in just your little credit card chip. So here are some safety tips that I use before my European vacation. Number 1, I find an RFID blocking slim travel wallet, or I will make sure my crossbody bag has RFID blocking panels or a large pocket like a lot of anti-theft purses do. Number 2, to prepare for pickpocket theft, I always, or 99.99% of the time, travel with my slash-resistant wire strap crossbody bag. And it also has a wire mesh panel all the way around the sides. When I did go to Greece, I did not pack it. I packed my belt bag and just wore it across my body. Never had an issue. But another item for excursions that I have done is used an RFID blocking sleeve. With many of my travel essentials, I want you to follow this too. Balance what you need with what gives you peace of mind. I was totally fine just taking this and my RFID blocking wallet. Number 3 is my backup tip. I have separated my cards ahead of time, or my euros ahead of time, so that all of my cards and euros are not in one wallet or purse. You can put one of your cards in a hidden money belt. This is really soft, and the buckle right here does not protrude through if you're wearing a dress or something really thin. You could also wear like a band like this that I walk my dog in. It holds 2 passports standing up, and in Greece, every time we got off our cruise ship, they said we had to have our passport and that was a Grecian law. My thinking is if one of those wallets or my hidden money belt gets stolen, I have a backup card. One pickpocket scheme that has been prevalent in 2026 is to ride by on a bicycle or a scooter and grab your phone out of your hand. And that happened to a pilot just this past week on our little thread. One of the wives said, tell your pilots to hold your phone close to your body or move to the side of the wall or get out of the way before you're using your phone and holding it loosely. But if they steal my purse off of my shoulder, which I would never wear my purse on my shoulder, they can just pull it right off. If they steal that purse, they're going to toss the purse and keep the wallet. And so therefore, I would have one of these cards. It is a tracker card, but looks like a library card or something like that, that they may not suspect. Maybe they know about it. It's just something little that gives me a peace of mind, and I can pack it and be stress-free. Number 5, I have already out my Dr. Scholl's mild compression socks that look like business socks. They work wonders for any trip for me over 3 hours. My tip for you is ask your doctor if it's okay for you to wear it and what type of compression you need. Do not get it from the drugstore down on the corner. My Dr. Scholl socks should pop up in the bottom left corner if they are still in stock, or I'll have it down there next to the freebie link. Number 6, I have my pills that I need to take during the night flight or for the next morning flight. Easily accessible in my personal item bag. I also have all of my medication in my personal item bag. One travel tip is that I will have saved photos of the prescription for those medicines and just pack the pills in pill organizers unless it is a controlled substance. Those can be illegal. If you are packing liquid prescription medicine, you must have it in its original container with that prescription. And you have to tell the TSA officers, hey, I've got liquid medicine. Do you need me to put it in the bins for screening? And they'll probably say no, or let me see it, like I did with my shampoo. And they're like, what is it? In Amsterdam. And I said, it's shampoo prescription. And I had the prescription on the box. And he said, okay, and put it in there. Tip 2 is before my flight, I prepare for the what if needs. Number 7, the address and the phone number of my hotel where I'm going is in my phone or on a post-it note in my bags. We arrange a driver ahead of time, and they will usually text you through WhatsApp because you can use that overseas. If the internet is bad or whatever, that's more reliable. But also we've had Uber, if you want to use that. I'll use that in Brussels. Number 8, many travelers keep documentation or items that they need for their trip, like pictures of your prescription for that medication in their notes app. And on your iPhone, it looks like a legal pad. And you just make a new note and then you just mash down on your phone and it will prompt you, do you want to paste some text that you've copied, or do you want to put a photo in here? And you just tap photo and then you can upload your photos that way. Europe requires differently shaped plug shapes to go into their outlets. So I make sure I pack my adapter for each family member because it has multiple items or multiple outlets on there, as well as the USB and C things. Bonus tip, if you are traveling to Switzerland, they have different plug shapes than the European. Even though they are in the European continent, they're different adapters that you will need if you're going there. Even the newer hotels in Europe still might only have one outlet in the bedroom and one in the bathroom, which is not enough for all of the electronics we have to charge. If you want to take a curling iron, buy a dual voltage one. Mine is wonderful. It works in the US as well as in Europe. And that way you do not have to pack a converter to plug your curling iron into. If you do bring your own curling iron, you have to plug it into the converter to change the power. And then that has to plug into an adapter that fits that wall shape. And it's just too much, too bulky of an item that you do not have to pack. Before I leave for Europe, I make sure that my phone is fully charged and that my Anchor power bank is fully charged. Because number 1, at the end of the flight, after I've used my phone for the whole entire flight, and 2, since I will be taking lots of video for all of you during that first day before my hotel room is ready, I'm going to keep this in my purse in case my phone battery starts going dead. I have gone without this on so many girls' trips, and it can be really dangerous if you are left without any phone battery and your phone's dead in a foreign country. Why Anchor? A lot of people ask me why Anchor, and that is because if there is any type of problem with any of their electronic technology, they will find you. Even if you bought it from Amazon, this one will monitor the heat while you are charging. One travel update is to check the airline that you are flying on, especially if you're connecting to a foreign airline for you, because many of them have made this new rule that you may not use your power bank mid-flight. So that means you cannot charge your phone with a portable charger during the flight, but you can pack it. So what I do, like when I fly on Southwest or United, I will have my power bank in my personal item bag, but then I will move it to my seat back pocket for the entire flight. So I always have eyes on it. And then if I have to charge it near the end of the flight, I'm going to charge it on my tray table, not hidden somewhere. And one major tip that everyone should know nowadays is that portable chargers, power banks, they are never allowed in checked luggage. Before I even grab my suitcase for my bucket list vacation, I do a home sweep. I check the locks on the doors and windows. I check my oven, my coffee maker, and to make sure my hair dryer is not plugged in so that I do not have a mid-Atlantic panic. Kevin! I have shared my itinerary and my passport photo maybe with a trusted family member via email in case I need to find that email while I'm overseas. Number 12 tip is to eat a clean meal, all the clean foods, and drink lots of water the day before my flight to Europe because your digestion, all of your systems are going to be off. And this is just going to help set you up for success and less stress. I also sign up for the S.T.E.P program. That means that if there is a world event, unfortunately, I have to say that, our country knows they have to find you and get you out, and they know how to find you. You just never know. For tip 3, here are the travel essentials that I pack specifically for a European vacation. Number 1, I always pack at least one pair of waterproof or water-resistant shoes in case, like I had to do along the Danube for 5 days straight, wear those water-resistant shoes for 5 days in a row. Number 2, I have packed a Perrier water bottle or your own bottle of water that's empty. They're really thick, so they'll last me a couple of days. And I'm going to also pack a hydration pack. That hydration packet will give me a boost of energy halfway, like at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, that first full day when jet lag is starting to vie for my attention so that my focus is off of my bags and my surroundings. Number 3, I always will have a thin but heat retention cashmere sweater for the cold airplane or a cold evening walking along a piazza. A shrug is new for me as of last summer, wearing in Portugal. If you need to go into holy places and you like to wear sleeveless tops, this is just an arm cover layering piece. If you need to tie it around your waist, you can, but it has worked for me and it drapes your body beautifully. It's so weird. It looks like just an oval piece of 2 sleeves joined together, but it works. But your travel tip is you have already researched the museums or maybe the churches that you're going to go into, and you know whether or not they require a dress code. Amsterdam, all along Greece, I never needed to worry about wearing a sleeveless dress or shorts. If you are connecting in a foreign city where your bags have to be transferred from one airplane to another airplane to get to your final destination, this is what you're going to do. You're going to pack a compression cube filled with 2 shirts, some undies, like 2 pairs of undies, and some socks. And that's going to be like a book in the bottom of your bag, just in case that airline loses your luggage. It will extend your outfits a few days. Instead of under-eye patches, I pack this travel size tool. This is for the end of the long flight if you need it, but this is why I use it when I go to Europe now, is for that first night and second night. When you wake up at 12 o'clock ready for the next day, 12 a.m. It uses what physical therapists use. It has like a heated little section that you'll do for 3 minutes on one side, and you can make it really hot. And then after the 3 minutes, it blinks and you do the other side for 3 minutes, and you would just wipe it up. It's hardly any pressure, y'all, but you do it up here, you go across your eyebrow. It's this lymphatic drainage that the physical therapists use, but it's not just heat. Then you will move to the cold, and you hold it down for 2 or 3 seconds, and the battery lasts forever. Now it's going to turn ice cold, especially if you put it on the 3rd setting, and you do the same movements around your face, barely any pressure, but you'll be surprised how anti-inflammatory helpful this is, especially because your food, your eating, your sleep has been off cycle. It's going to help you relax because you're not looking at a screen while you do it. Okay, that's my main tip. But that's just something easy to pack that you can do to help with jet lag circumstances or jet lag effects. Number 7, you may want to pack some snacks for midnight when you do wake up, and then you'll fall back asleep for a little bit, hopefully. Crackers. There is a comprehensive Europe guide for you with like a 10-day outfit planner and ideas of what to wear specifically for Europe. I'll have it down below if you want to purchase it. There are 2 frequently asked questions that I guess get asked about flying to Europe. Number 1, what do you do with a 4-wheeled carry-on suitcase that you've packed in when you have to walk over cobbled streets? And for me, I just have pulled it like a two-wheeler. It is very easy to switch back and forth. I'm sorry, I'm going to have this like really quick one of me pulling my Quince carry-on suitcase in New York City. Who knew? New York City had these big, jagged cobblestone roads near Midtown, I think. And then question number 2 is, which suitcase do you like better? The Quince carry-on or the Level 8 that I've always traveled with? And it's such a hard question because I love them both. They are both top quality and their wheels are rugged enough for awful cobbled streets in Europe or New York City or Savannah, Georgia, but they are also super quiet and smooth to roll through airports. But I can fit more in my Quince small carry-on because it expands, and those 2 inches of expansion space, I can fit so much more in it. So that's the one I choose to fly with most often. Now we're on tip 4, more of my personal item bag items for Europe. Number 1, my travel sized umbrella that fits in my slash resistant crossbody bag. It is small but mighty and has lasted for many trips to Europe. I highly recommend a light interior personal item bag because the airplane is going to be dark most of the flight. The bento bag does open all the way in your seat if you need it to, but you don't necessarily have to because they have slots at the top that you can reach down. It's like top loading and top retrieving mid-flight. Then I wear my most comfortable soft elastic waistband pants as my travel outfit. And I always wear a short sleeve tee as my base layer. Some pilots crank the heat up after supper because they think that's going to make you go to sleep. Not this menopausal woman. But then other times in domestic flights, it feels like the airplane is freezing cold. And if you want a lightweight, non-space hog layering piece that will keep you warm in an instant, pack a cashmere. This is a cotton cashmere sweater. It is beyond soft. And here's the crew neck if you're not a V-neck fan or if you're worried about sleeping and your sweater poking out forward. They are so lightweight, but they cut the cold and they retain your body heat. And they're very affordable. I will also wear my hiking pants that come in 3 lengths for ladies. The elastic is so soft, and when your legs rub together, they're not loud pants, especially if you're going to Alaska. This is a great pant to have. I have 3 of them. And for the airplane, you can cinch the bottom, or if you're walking through a muddy trail, you just do not want to wear anything that restricts blood flow, especially behind your knees and on your calves or your waistband. When I board an airplane, I want my hands to be free. So I have done this little trick. I will write out my seat number like 22B or 7A on my leg. And that is a mnemonic device that I have used to help me not have to look at my boarding ticket on my phone to figure out where my seat is. I mean, I look at it like 5 times in the jet bridge. I know I can't be the only one. So I put my phone in a designated outer pocket that will be easily accessible when I get in my seat. If I am in the back of the airplane for a really long flight, I will use this Cabo S3. It should be able to pop up right here so you can see it. It is for long necks only. It has really strong Velcro straps that attach to the headrest flaps, not the headrest, so that your head will not fall forward or your head will not fall into the lap of the person beside you. For tip 6, we're going to start with number 1. As soon as I sit, I clean several things around my airplane seat. The armrests, the seatbelt buckle, and the tray table, and like the handle of the seat back pocket, if that makes sense. It's just an easy way to kill germs. I can't kill viruses. That's one thing I can kill before my bucket list vacation. My favorite have 70% like isopropyl alcohol in them. They're super juicy, but they do not count as a liquid. Here are 2 travel hacks that I have learned after 2 decades of flying with my husband, okay? I now can use my crossbody bag as my in-flight pouch. So I've got my reading glasses in there, my phone prop for the tray table if I'm gonna watch videos on my phone. I have my antibacterial wipes in there. And I've left room at the top of my crossbody bag to stow my purse if the gate agent makes me put it away for boarding. And then when I get in the airplane, I can take it right back out. And that is not cheating the system because I had room for it in my personal item bag. I'm just taking it out. I'll have my little hard shell case for my AirPods and my big hoop earrings that I'll put on at the end of the flight, right there in my crossbody bag, so that I don't have to look inside my personal item bag at all. I also have my eye drops and my Gold Bond for Diabetics lotion in there because of the dry, extremely dry air for that long flight. And what I use only for travel, my lip medic stuff, it is magic. And it's kind of expensive, so I only use it for y'all and for travel. One other thing you may want to have prepared at your house is a travel vest. And that is because it has 2 hidden pockets that are rather large to protect your valuables, or to take some things out of your bag and wear them so you do not have to pack them if you only want to pack and carry on luggage and avoid the new charges for checked luggage. For tip number 7, we're going to consider our final things we will need for the end of a flight flying just to Europe, somewhere in Europe. Number 1, make sure your passport is easily accessible. If you've hidden it for the flight, make sure it's in an easily accessible pocket within reach. Number 2, for a long flight to Europe, I like to have a refresh pack. I use like a small little travel case like this. And I'll put like a floss stick in there. They're individually wrapped, so you can stick one down in your wallet too for that steak you're going to have in France. Number 3, if time, I will use that Hydro Puff. Number 4, I use the lavatory 1 hour before you're supposed to land, or when I see flight attendants start getting busy, like when they're serving breakfast or moving around a lot. Number 5, I drink as much water as I have left. I do wash my face with the lavatory water. I do not drink it, but I like to have like a clean face. I don't usually like the smell of wipes. When I get back to my seat is number 7. I will put in my eye drops. I will put on moisturizer, and I will maybe put on like some skin tint or CC cream. Number 8, I also begin this, and this is just super easy to do. I take in probably 20 slow inhales and 20 exhales. It's as if I'm doing a little yoga routine in my seat. All of my systems are now going to be awake and ready to move. Number 9 is to know where you are staying in case the Border Patrol officer asks, where will you be on vacation? Why are you coming here? Number 10, just in case you need it, there is a nanny bag. And that is if your hotel cannot, or you're not near your hotel right now where you're going to be touring for that morning or most of the afternoon, they will keep your bag for a very affordable price. They have them all across the world. A travel update for flying to Europe in the Schengen area is the EES that started in April of 2026. It stands for Entry Exit System. It's going to use facial recognition and know some items that you're going to have to type in, and that's what's taking so long in airport security lines. So I would give yourselves 2 hours upon when you land in order to go through that process. You only have to do it once in that area. Here's an important travel tip. If you're going to Sweden or to Portugal, you can fill out information online on their app. So make sure you go to the link that I have below this video. You'll see the mobile app option instructions. So I've given you 7 tips with one goal: getting you to Europe feeling refreshed like a pro instead of looking like a tourist who is groggy and an easy target for a pickpocket thief. Thanks so much for your time. I hope you have a beautiful bucket list vacation.